Our sponsor for Friday Night Lights is Chilliwack Ford. Lots of local companies sponsor the football program here in Chilliwack, and we're very thankful for that. The Bantam program is sponsored by Hallmark Promotions. The hit of the game coming up later will be sponsored by Pollard Equipment. Friday Night Lights sponsored by Chilliwack Ford, and the touchdown sponsor, and hopefully we get to call that a lot. Every touchdown run is the Select Real Estate. Kelmore Concession, and the player of the game, the IHOP player of the game, will be announced at the end of the game as well, so hang out for that.
Are we ready?
That will be announcing the players or singing O Canada.
We're doing that team first. Let's go. You on team? On these guys over here.
Oh.
Tell them to go on the North Surrey team. Let's go. Yeah, I'm trying. Come on.
As we announce the players, could you please run out and line up on the 50-yard line, please? We'll sing O Canada, and then we'll start the game. Okay. Number 1, Jahim Minot. Number 2, Jumiaz Omerkoti. Number 3, Sebastian Reed. Number 4, Tyrell McCawas. Number 5, Isaiah Anderson. Number 6, Caden Lilly. Number 7, Christopher Martin. Number 11, Chris Kongbo. Number 12, Jerome Mwango. Number 15, Samuel McPherson.
Helmets off, guys.
Number 20, Noel Nair.
Just like them.
Number 21,
And then you go, okay?
Bashush Michael. Number 22, Jesse Goodman. Number 23, Matthew Lalim. Number 25, Carlton Abote. Number 27, Kim Santos. Number 31, Matt McLaren. Number 37, Sage Johnson. Number 44, Jordan Kellens. Number 50, Danny Ingo. Number 51, Matthew Christie. Number 52, Isaac Duncan. Number 55, Logan Kreiser. Number 57, Jeremiah Phillips. Number 58, Sahil Bambra. Number 61, Ethan Boyd. 66, Dalen Cousineau. Number 67, Wilbert Macarag. Number 68, Quinton Warren. Number 75, Stephen Sharma. Number 77, Tanner Wallin. And number 80, Calden Foonstock. And that's your North Surrey Tigers. And let's get ready for your home team. The Chilliwack Giants roster being announced right now. Number 2, Nicholas Butler. Number 3, Wyatt Hinchberger, not here tonight. Number 5, Gordy Colbarn. Number 6, Joshua Smith. Number 10, Cash Wyke. Number 11, Hayden Norris-Chuck supporting his team. But number 12, Jacob Bernath. Number 20, Caden Tether. I can't see anything right now. Number 24, Jote Butar. I don't have a 19. Oh, number 19 is Matthias Jimmy. And back up number 20, Caden. Okay, we got Caden. Number 24, Jote Butar. Number 28, Tyler Kermode. Number 30, oh, not here tonight. Number 30, number 25, Jacob Penner. What's going on here? Tyler Kermode's already out. Number 33, Connor Johnston. Is that what I'm doing? Okay. Number 42, Caleb McPherson. Number 48, Joden Bartel. Number 54, Taylor Richley. Number 55, Noah Wiles. Number 56, Harry Sean Somerville. Number 61, Brock Cote. Number 63, Chase Phillips. Number 65, Hunter Mullis, out here supporting the team. Number 67, Taylor Fleming. Number 68, Kai Hutchison. Number 74, Maxwell Bergen. Number 88, Joshua the Beast Ruse. And there are your home team, Chilliwack Giants.
Could we get everyone to stand and remove your headgear for the singing of the national anthem, please?
And that's "Oh Canada," sang by Jenna Fraser. Thank you, Jenna. And now it's time for some Friday Night Lights football.
Tonight is our very own Chilliwack Giants taking on the
And now we're getting ready for the opening kickoff coming up in just a bit. I believe the Kelmore concession is open, so you can head on over there and get what you need before the game starts. Beautiful Friday night here in Chilliwack, BC at the Townsend Park. Quarters are 12 minutes. Time is kept on the field, but we're going to try and keep up to it best we can. As you know, this game is being filmed, so you can order up your CD for $10 over at the Giants tent. And that way you can make sure you take home this game. Friday Night Lights games seem to film really well. They always look great on camera.
Okay, well, I'm on my own tonight. Al Michaels was going to come by, but he had a bar mitzvah he had to attend to in New Jersey, so Sebastian wins and we lose. So you just have me on your own. It was raining all day today in Chilliwack. The weather was actually pretty awful, but the skies cleared up right before game time, and it's kind of a beautiful evening. Gorgeous skyline behind us with the mountains, the trees and the lights. And something about playing football on a Friday night under the lights. Ain't nothing like it. Cool, crisp air. No one's going to overheat. And we're taken to the field. Chilliwack Giants against the North Surrey Tigers.
Let's hear from North Surrey. Cheer on your team.
And we're getting ready for opening kickoff. And number 19, Matthias Jimmy, normally the defensive end. Looks like he's wearing some soccer cleats there. Likes the short socks. Will be kicking. And North Surrey organized in their backfield. Boom goes the dynamite. There it is. Oh. A whistle on the play. Dead ball. Looks like there could be re-kicking. I didn't see any flags anywhere. Not really sure. Okay. I'll be a re-kick. No biggie. And once again, thank you very much to Jenna Fraser for that lovely rendition of "Oh Canada." She's gone so confident. First time she did this 3 weeks ago, we had to convince her to go on and sing, and her mom had to stand next to her. Her mom, Jillian, stood next to her, holding her hand because she was so nervous. Boom goes the dynamite. There it is. There's one heck of a kick. And in pursuit, number 23 for the North Surrey Tigers. He's got the ball. He's on his feet. He's got a little bit of room. He's going for the sideline. Boom, down he goes. So that kick recovered by Matthew Lalim for the Tigers, and it looks like he's down at around the right at the 20-yard line. There we go. Okay, North Surrey in the huddle. Looks like we got number 2 playing outside linebacker for Nicholas Butler, who is also the starting quarterback tonight, so he's doing a dual role on both offense and defense. Wearing a lot of hats. The bench isn't too bad for Chilliwack. And our quarterback's dropping back. Short pass. He's caught it. He's got some room. He's looking to make some noise. Oh, live ball. And the Tigers recovered. Number 67 jumped on that ball. Wilbert Macarai, the nose tackle. And good luck for Surrey. It looks like it's enough for a first down. Our starting quarterback tonight is Caden Lilly, number 6. The go-to man for the North Surrey Tigers. And who do we have on the outside? The corners tonight, Gordy Colburn, pardon me. Looks like 1, and I get the number. Yeah, there's the snap in the backfield. Flag on the play. I'm guessing it's an offside. Came right on the snap. And number 33 for Chilliwack, Connor Johnston. He's also playing wide receiver and corner tonight. So a lot of Giants playing, wearing a lot of hats. But, you know, that's football. Interchangeable parts. In the world of international football, or soccer as we know it, the Dutch had a program in the 70s and 80s called Total Football, where every player played every single position. And got into a couple of World Cups, never won anything, but hey, what the heck. Okay, here we go. Lilly taking the snap off the pistol in the backfield. He's got some room. Looks like number 2 for North Surrey. Gets to about the 50-yard line. Just a great run. Jimenez Omerkady, the running back, right out of the backfield, gets another first down for North Surrey. Just pounded it up the gut, and you can thank the O-line for that move. Opened up just a huge laneway. Look at this replay. Look at all the room he had. Absolutely superb. But the Giants were able to bring him down and prevent a full-out escape plan. Here we go. 1st and 10 at the 49. Not quite Giant territory, but pretty darn close. From the shotgun. And right up the gut again. There goes number 2. Just fantastic blocking on behalf of... So Omerkady, with his second carry of the game, picks up about another 20 yards. And the 3rd consecutive first down for North Surrey to open this game. 1st and 10 on the 44-yard line. North Surrey now in Giants territory. Not in the red zone yet, but they're threatening. So if Mike Cussworth's team wants to shut this run down, they're going to have to close up their D pretty quick because they're leaving way too much room right up the middle. And North Surrey is just exploding. There we go. There's a sack in the backfield. Nice little play by the Giants, number 42. Caleb McPherson, the linebacker.
Gets into that backfield.
And it looks like he forced a turnover, and the Giants take it over on their own 45-yard line. So as I stand here and say they need to tighten up their defense, they do exactly that. I got to be careful what I say. I have unlimited powers here. Didn't realize. So the Giants get on offense for the first time in this game, robbing a drive from their North Surrey rivals. Here we go. Number 2, Nicholas Butler, your starting quarterback for the Bantam Giants. Taking the snap in the I formation. Right up the middle. And he hands that to Caleb McPherson, number 42. Picked up a yard or 2. Normally a linebacker. Once again, lots of Giants wearing lots of hats tonight. Working in the backfield. Picked up a yard, so he's got 2nd and 9. He's at the 46-yard line. Not spending a lot of time in the huddle. Looks like these guys are well rehearsed. And the North Surrey defense not spending too much time right on the line, spreading out. I think more worried about should guys break through. And here comes the rush. Flag on the play. I'm guessing it's another offside. Number 42, Kayla McPherson gets that ball for the second in as many plays, and we'll see what the ruling is. I'm guessing it's an offside. Looks like they're pointing towards North Surrey. Offside, Surrey. There you go.
Offside against North Surrey. 5-yard.
Once again, thank you very much. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, doing your play-by-play color commentary. That was a 5-yard penalty. Sets up a 2nd and 4 at the 51-yard line for the Giants. A gorgeous night. If you're listening online, you're in the general area, come on down. The concession is open. We got the swag tent. It's not raining. It's not too cold, not too wet. Absolutely beautiful fall evening. Now, is it officially fall? There's the snap. Back to number 42. Tried a bit of a reverse there. And they picked up a yard on the play. Sets up a 3rd and 4 at the 51-yard line. See what Mike Cussworth elects to do. They went with kind of a reverse. It almost looked as if our quarterback, Butler, was going to go for it. Kind of faked it over to the right side. But McPherson stuffed over on the left. Oh, no kick. They're going for it. Got to hand it to Mike Cussworth. If it doesn't work, they don't give up terrible field position. If it does work, there's the pitch out, number 10. He's got a little bit of room. Cash White's got some space. Bang! And Mike Cussworth's gamble pays off. They got the first down. Wasn't pretty, wasn't big. It was just enough.
That's the Chilliwack Giants. First down.
And it looks like he was pushed out of bounds in right at the North Surrey 50-yard line. So a nice little play there by Cuthworth's Bantam squad on the offense. It was 3rd and 4. A lot of teams would have kicked in that position, but they elected to go for it, and they're still alive. The drive still alive here at Townsend Park in Chilliwack. All right, there's the snap. Once again, electing to keep it on the ground.
Up the middle once again.
Looks like they hand it back to, whoa! Turnover? Why are they marking it? No. Looks like they're...
Progress was stopped after about a gain of about 3 yards. 4 yards.
Well, that's a break for the Giants.
Second down and
North Surrey's a little disappointed. They picked up about 4 yards on that play, and I guess they called forward momentum. And the whistle being blown before they stripped the ball from the running back. You have to forgive me, I did not see the number. Number 42. Yeah, definitely number 42, McPherson. So there's Butler, ready on the snap. Got his running backs lined up. And he's electing to throw. Ball is up. He's got a man. Oh! It was tipped. North Surrey. I did not see the number of the player. And the intended receiver almost grabbed it off the tip out of the air. Sort of so close, but just that little bit too far. I tell you, when they throw that ball, it makes for exciting football. And on comes number 6, Joshua Smith, receiver. So perhaps a bit of an indication at 3rd. And they're going for it again, 3rd and 6. North Surrey's 51. What are we doing here? Dropping back, he's going to throw. He's got a bit of time. He's got some protection. And number 31 for North Surrey, Matt McLaren, spoiled that party. So it's a turnover on downs, and on comes North Surrey's offense, which was clicking beautifully in their opening drive until the ball was turned over in the backfield, which allowed Chilliwack their first drive of the game. Snuffed out at the North Surrey 51-yard line. It was exactly where North Surrey takes over the ball. Thank you very much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, your color commentator and play-by-play man. A little 2-1 tonight. Flying solo. Al Michaels couldn't be here for me. He had other commitments. Those bar mitzvahs, they don't come along very often, so he had to be there for him. Awfully thoughtful of him. Anyway, enough about me. North Surrey taking it from the shotgun, buying their quarterback a little bit more time. Oh, it's a high snap. Ball is up. He's got a receiver caught by number 2 in the backfield. He's got a first down. He's got some moves and brought down number 25.
brought down finally by number 25.
Jacob Penner. So number 2, Jimenez Omerkoti, the hot hand.
What number was he?
for North Surrey.
Cody made a great play on the ball.
Absolutely superb pass and some great running. Just deking out the defense. He's just leaving them flat-footed.
Still making the play.
And big number 25 for Chilliwack gets in there. Jacob Penner, a late addition to this roster,
Defense on.
saved a surefire touchdown there. Absolutely superb. You hear some crinkling. It's just the candy bag that I got. Here we go. From the shotgun. Another high snap. No problems hanging on to it. This time they elect to go to number 3 in the backfield. He's got a bit of room. So Sebastian Reed got the ball, made some lateral moves,
Picked up a couple yards.
but the Chilliwack defense suddenly coming alive in this game only allowed him about 3 yards on the run. So that's a 2nd and 7 for North Surrey. There we go. North Surrey lining up again from the shotgun. Number 6, the quarterback, Isaiah Anderson. And there's a live ball.
Loose.
Still live.
Covered it. Still alive somehow.
And North Surrey's number 2, Jimenez Omar
Looks like
Armor Cody.
Homer Cody was able to recover the ball.
With the hot hand tonight, manages to recover the fumble, keep it out of Giants' hands. Does look like they lost.
Looking at offside on the defense, the Giants. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, they should have lost some yardage there. There's an offside on the defense by the Giants, which results in a 5-yard penalty.
They'll bring up 2nd down and short.
Sets up 2nd and about 2. So North Surrey catches a break there because they actually lost yardage on the fumble. But the offside gave them a few yards. So we're 2nd down and 2, 2 and 2. And our quarterback number 2, running back number 2. There's the short pass. Number 3, he's got a man. Here's the deke. Can he make it in? And touchdown, North Surrey.
Sebastian Reed with the catch and run.
Nice little run. Sebastian Reed, the running back,
He scored himself a touchdown for his team. North
takes the short pass in the backfield
on the board.
and charges in for the major. So 6:32 to go in the game, and North Surrey up 6-0. Looks like there's a flag in the play, but they waved it off, or penalty declined. So there you go. North Surrey with their 2nd drive of the game, punch in for the major. Opening up the scoring here. So Mike Cutsworth's team on the Giants has their work cut out for them. Tie this game up and regain the momentum and get some control. That backfield for North Surrey is working really well. They're finding tons of room. The offensive line is doing just a superb job. Thank you very much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy. North Surrey Tigers just scored, getting ready for their extra point. It looks like they're going for... Oh, they are going to kick it. Number 75 will be the kicker tonight, Stephen Sharma. With the attempt. Looks good to me. There's a point. So it puts up North Surrey 7 over the Chilliwack Giants early in the first quarter, about halfway through the first quarter, pardon me. 6:21 left on the clock. Townsend Park, beautiful night. Bantam football, candy bags, hot dogs, poutine, swag tent. We got it all here. Absolutely superb. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's nice to know so many of you are out there listening. And our Friday Night Lights brought to you by Chilliwack Ford. Our Bantam team sponsored by Hallmark Promotions. And our touchdowns by Select Real Estate. We got our Kilmore concession. We got it all. We've got some great sponsorship this season here in Chilliwack. Bringing forward the kind of cash needed to keep teams and facilities running. We would be nowhere without our sponsors. So thank you all so much for your support. And Chilliwack lining up. Getting ready for the kick. It'll be the first kickoff they receive tonight. There we go. Nice kick, picked up by number 42. Kayla McPherson takes it to about the 40-yard line. Nice little 10-yard run. So 1st and 10 on their own 39, pardon me. Where are they spiking the ball? No, right on the 40, pardon me. 1st and 10 on their own 40 for the Chilliwack Giants. The second offensive drive for the Giants tonight. They recovered a fumble off the North Surrey's opening drive. Couldn't go anywhere with it. So we'll see how Mike Cussworth's team adjusts to the North Surrey defense. They threw the ball a few times, took a chance on 3rd down and 4. Made it. Here we go. Hand off in the backfield. Picked up a few yards. Lots of pushing and shoving.
Nice run to the left.
And you have to forgive me, I did not see who got the ball. But it sets up a 2nd and about 6. Pardon me, 2nd and about 7. That was a 3-yard gain for the Giants. Okay, here we go. Quarterback Nicholas Butler from the snap. Flag on the play. Elects to keep it on the ground.
Giants keep it on the ground, but there's a flag on the play.
Handed off to number 48. Joden Bartel, the outside linebacker, playing in the backfield for this game. I'm guessing there's an offside. Offside North Surrey. They'll give the Giants 5 yards. There we go. Repeat 2nd down.
Against the defense, that will give the Giants another 5 yards. And we'll repeat 2nd down.
So it's a 2nd and 2 for the Giants to catch a bit of a break on that drive. One more quick drive. They've got themselves a 1st down, and their drive stays alive. Thanks so much for tuning in here on ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, working alone tonight. Here come the Giants on the snap. It looks like our quarterback's elected to keep it himself. Nice little run there.
Keep by Nick Butler.
So Nick Butler hangs on to it
1st down, we're just waiting to see.
and just gets enough for the 1st down. Literally got half a yard. The extra half yard that he needed to punch it through for the 1st down. So there you go. Doesn't have to be much. Doesn't have to be pretty. Just has to be enough to get a 1st down. The beautiful thing about football. Doesn't have to be big, glorious plays time after time. It's the little things. They keep those drives alive. Here we go. 1st and 10 on the 51. Still in their own territory. Here come the Giants. Butler dropping back. He's in trouble. He's got some traffic.
Driving the ball forward. Turns a
Looks still on his feet. I haven't heard a whistle yet.
forward progress is whistled down after about a 2-yard gain.
So it looks like he picked up a couple of yards on that play when he could have been sacked and lost yardage. So
That'll bring up 2nd and 8.
there's the end of our 1st quarter.
That's the end of our 1st quarter.
Teams will be switching fields. And do we have an injury? We have an injury. Players are taking a knee.
Oh, injury break.
And I'm guessing that's number 58. I can't quite see his jersey. You'll have to forgive me. Pardon me, number 56 for the Giants.
56, Sean Somerville shaken up on the play.
Harry Somerville. He's walking off on his own accord. So it looks like he's going to be okay.
Placed by Chase Phillips on the end.
So the players will switch ends.
So not far to go on the change of ends.
And the Giants' drive will resume. So Nick Butler calling the plays from the huddle. They've been keeping it on the ground most of the plays, thrown it a few times. Incomplete passes. Still early. Thanks very much for tuning in. Tim Amy, ChilliwackGiants.com. Up in the whole broadcast center here at Townsend Park. Our plywood tower. Here we go. The switched ends, so we're just getting it organized. There we go. So it's 2nd down and about 8.
As we start the 2nd
Just had to get the downs marker organized with the on-field officials. Looks like they're ready to roll. Here we go. Giants lining up. Got their wide receivers, number 6 and number 32. Joshua Smith and Justin Crooks. Nick Butler at quarterback. Looks like he's going to go from the shotgun. You ready to roll? Here we go. Forgive me, a little bit of confusion on the field there. Here we go. Clock has...
And here we go.
There's a snap. Butler dropping back. He's looking for a receiver. He's got someone. Ball's up. Oh, picked off by North Surrey. Number 3, Jimenez Omar Cody. Absolutely superb steal. Just great. Just jumps up dead center field and robs that ball from the Giants. So there goes the Giants' offensive drive, and North Surrey back on the field. The first opening minutes here of the second quarter in our Bantam matchup between the Chilliwack Giants and the North Surrey Tigers. Beautiful evening here in Chilliwack at Townsend Field in BC's Fraser Valley. I'm Tim Amy at ChilliwackGiants.com. Here we go. From the shotgun. He's dropping back, looking for a receiver. Looks good. He's got a man. Number 7, Christopher Martin. But number 67 and looks like number 33. Taylor Fleming, number 33, or 67, pardon me. And Connor Johnson spoiled that party, and they're only able to pick up a yard. Well, North Surrey, they're throwing the ball quite a bit, but it's the short, almost lateral passes. And using their corners to open up some laneways for the receivers to punch it through. Here we go from the shotgun. There's a handoff. Like to keep it on the ground. Wow, number 2. Jimenez Omar Cody. Another great run. Not quite enough for a first down, but he's pretty darn close. We'll see. What do we got? Maybe bringing the chains out on this one. That is close.
Not quite there. About a half yard to go.
So third and about half a yard. So Omar Cody having a great game on the ground today. Just tearing up the turf. Now they're bringing out the chains. This could be a first down. And what's the measurement going to say? First down. North Surrey. First and 10 on the 43-yard line. They just got it by about an inch. Well, the North Surrey ground game is just working swimmingly for the Tigers tonight. Picking up tons of yardage. 10 yards at a time, 7 yards at a time, 8 yards at a run. A couple of big 20-yard runs. The offensive line is just opening up. You could drive your car through some of the space that they've set up here. Here we go. Once again, Caden Lilly from the shotgun. There's a snap. Ball's up. No. Wow. That receiver number 4, Tyrell Magakawas, really wishes he had that one back. Almost looked like he had it, but I think he was just turning in the wrong direction for where the ball was going. Simply couldn't hang on to it. Good news for North Surrey. It was only second down, so they still have another try. Doing a quick substitution there. Friday Night Lights brought to you by Chilliwack Ford here in ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy. Beautiful evening. 7-0 North Surrey over the Chilliwack Giants in our Bantam matchup here under the lights.
From the shotgun, toss to the outside.
Whoa, live ball.
Can the Giants get a hold of it?
It could be a Giants recovery. Quarterback Caden Lilly with a big pitch out. And it just looks like North Surrey was one step ahead of the play. And he just overran that ball by about a foot. The ball came loose. And I think it was big number 56, Harry Somerville for the Giants, that made that recovery. So the Giants catch a break. This is the second turnover they've recovered and or forced in this game. And they get pretty good field position. They're right on the 40-yard line in North Surrey territory. So let's see if Mike Cuthbert's team can make some hay out of this and get at least some points on the board. Thank you so much for tuning in for Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights here on ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, your play-by-play and color analyst. And we got our Hallmark Productions Bantam team here for the Giants, down by 7 against North Surrey. Looking to tie things up from the shotgun. Nick Butler drops back. He's trying to get and intercepted again. Number 31, the corner for North Surrey. He's along the sidelines. He's got some room and takes it all the way down to about the 33-yard line. Look at that. The second interception in as many offensive plays for the Giants. The North Surrey secondary is just having a field day out there. So North Surrey catches a break after the Giants caught a break. And now they're set up at 1st and 10 at the, looks like the 34-yard line in Giants territory. Almost the red zone, but not quite. Well, I got to hand it to them. Both teams are putting the ball up in the air, and it's making for some very exciting football. Regardless of who team you're looking for, this is. And from the shotgun again, this time in the backfield, number 22. Hand off to Jesse Goodman for North Surrey. Didn't get very far. Picked up, oh, do I stand corrected? 3 yards on the play? So 2nd and 7. So he picked up a few yards on the play. You have to forgive me. The first blush, it didn't look like he made it that far from the line of scrimmage, but 3 yards, 3 yards, and 3 yards. You're very close to a first down. So good on North Surrey. Their running game's been absolutely fantastic. Jimenez Omar Cody, number 2, has been doing the lion's share of the running. 22, Jesse Goodman now in the backfield behind our quarterback, number 6, Caden Lilly. And he airs it out again. He's got a man, number 5, wide open. Wow. Isaiah Anderson, the backup quarterback and wide receiver, wide open. And that sets up a 1st and goal, North Surrey. Have a look at the replay. Looks like number 32 for the Giants, Justin Crooks, the tight end, pulled him down out of bounds, saving the touchdown. So now the defense really has its work cut out for it for the Giants as they set up at 3rd and goal for North Surrey. So both teams not afraid to air it out. Giants unfortunately have been intercepted twice, and that's a big reception for North Surrey right there. So their third offensive drive of the game, and they're already threatening. Things going real well for North Surrey early in this game in the second quarter. 7 minutes left on the clock. They like to keep it on the ground. And they bet you they picked up a yard or two on that play, but not punch it in. So Mike Cuthbert's defense doing what it's supposed to in this critical situation. Sets up a 2nd and goal. And I cannot see where the ball is placed. Probably on the 1-yard line by the looks of things. So, of course, North Surrey dangerously close to going up by another 6 points. But the midway in this second quarter. Looks like we got a timeout here from North Surrey. Their offensive coordinator working his way out onto the field. Got a water break. It's a critical situation for North Surrey. It's 6:38 to go on the clock or thereabouts. They're on the 1 yard line. And they want to make sure they get this through. Chilliwack, of course, on the other hand. Mike Cuthworth, head coach out there, talking to his players, trying to prevent it from going down by another 6. Well, thank you very much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, your color and play-by-play man for this evening, working alone. Al Michaels couldn't make it. The sun has set. The sky is black. The lights are on. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights at Townsend Park. Hallmark Productions Bantam team for Chilliwack down 7-0, to the North Surrey Tigers. North Surrey threatening. There have been some turnovers, been some big plays, some nice passes, some great runs, been some great football so far. And the game is far from over. Here we go. Got some moms cheering in the crowd there. Let's go, Giants. North Surrey crouching down. Here we go. 2nd and goal, the 1 yard line. And quarterback. There's your touchdown. Quarterback number 6, Caden Lilly, runs that one in himself. With little to no effort. He almost walked into the end zone there. Mike Cuthworth's defense not able to contain them. So North Surrey goes up another 6 points with about 6 minutes left to go on the clock in the second quarter, or the first half of this game. And once again, North Surrey going for that extra point. So a couple of good drives, consecutive turnovers by both teams, and North Surrey with a great passing play. Set up a 3rd and goal. A quick run got them the 1st and goal. And there's the extra point. And that's good. So North Surrey goes up 14-0 over the Chilliwack Giants. As sponsored by Hallmark Productions here in Chilliwack. Friday Night Lights, brought to you by Chilliwack Ford at Townsend Park. Thank you very much for tuning in here on our website. So, looks like Chilliwack will be in the receiving end of a kickoff for the 2nd time in this game. And I tell you, North Surrey wasting no time getting it to the end zone. Their backfield, powered by number 2, Jimenez Omar Cody. And their quarterback, number 6, Caden Lilly, doing an absolutely superb job marching that ball up the field. The receivers have been playing well. Corner's doing a good job getting some 2 key interceptions. The last one resulting in this touchdown by the Tigers. So the Giants now in the hole by 2 touchdowns. Need to get their offense rolling and get their defense pumped up and gain momentum, get control of this game, or Mike Cuthworth's team will be in a bit of trouble going into the second half. Looks like number 24 and number 10. Cash Wyke and Jot Boutar, the intended punt returners. Here comes kick. It's a worm burner on the ground. Jumped on, whoa! Bounced off the chest of number 56, Harry Somerville.
Had a tough time handling that one,
but it looks like, I think it was Cash Wyke that managed to jump on top of that one to contain it for the Giants. 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. The Giants have had some pretty good field position so far in this game, but haven't been able to make anything out of it in terms of points. They were driving on a turnover. On the first play of the game, they put it up in the air, and unfortunately, Nick Butler, the quarterback, was intercepted, resulting in a North Surrey touchdown. So here we go. From the snap. Keeping it on the ground. And it looks like they got a few yards out of that, but there is a flag on the play. Handed off the big number 48 in the backfield, Joden Bartel. Normally the outside linebacker for the Giants. Not sure what the penalty is. Are they going to mark it? Oh, penalty declined. Second down. So that's a nice little 6-yard run there by Bartel, number 48. Sets up a 2nd and 4 for the Giants. Again to the backfield. A little bit of confusion on that play. North Surrey picks it up, number 2. He's got a bit of room. He's got some wheels. Look at him go. He's still on his feet. He could go all the way. Wow. Omar Cody again. Setting up a 2nd and goal for North Surrey on another Giants turnover. Well, the ball seemed to just sort of pop loose. No one really knew where it was. Omar Cody just picked it up and started running, and the kid's got absolutely superb wheels. It's 1st and goal at about the 8-yard line. There we go. Pardon me, took me a second or two to determine that. 1st and goal on the 8. The second time in this game that North Surrey has been deep in Chilliwack's red zone. And Caden Lilly taking from the shotgun. He's dropping back. Is he looking for a receiver? He's got one. Whammo! Just like that to number 1, Yahim Minot. And there you go. North Surrey up by 6. Another 6 points. 20-0 over the Chilliwack Giants. Looks like the Giants' offense is relying a little bit on the zone and a little less man-to-man coverage. And it just doesn't seem to be working out for them. Mike Cutsworth's team needs to get their defense figured out and get their offense rolling. They want any chance tonight of getting back in this game. Mind you, it's still early. Lots of football left to play. That extra point is good. So North Surrey goes up 21 points over the home team, your Hallmark Productions Chilliwack Giants. And that's the second drive North Surrey has scored on a Chilliwack turnover. This one was a fumble. The first was a pass interception. So what does that mean? They put it up in the air a few times, and Chilliwack's been intercepted, I think, at least twice. They had it on the ground this time, and they turned it over again. Well, if the air's not working, the ground game's not working, that leaves them very few options on defense. However, Mike Cutsworth can calm his team down at the half and get his boys back into the game. They're not out of it by any stretch. They're down by 3 touchdowns. It's not an insurmountable lead. And number 10, number 24, Cash Weish and Jot Boutar will be our punt returners on this. And there's sort of a short onside kick. And Chilliwack recovers at the North Surrey 50-yard line. But did the ball go far enough? Yep, looks like it did. Ball has to travel at least 5 yards. Yeah. 10 yards, pardon me. Well, the refs are spiking it at the 51-yard line in North Surrey territory. 1st and 10, Chilliwack. Let's see if they can get their team rolling. Nick Butler's our quarterback tonight. Not having a terrible game, but unfortunately he's had a couple of passes picked off, one of which resulted in a North Surrey touchdown.
Get your raffle tickets, all you people from North Surrey, $20.
Here we go.
$20, and you can win $50,000. $50,000.
And they're back on the ground. There's a nice little run. That's good for a few yards. And it looks like the handoff was the big number 42, Caleb McPherson.
Caleb McPherson driving the pile.
And that'll set up a 2nd and 8. So nice little 8-yard, 2nd and 7.
Gain of about 8 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 3. Oh, no, maybe it is 8. 2nd and 2, pardon me. So a nice little opening drive right up the gut there for the Giants. Picking up some crucial yardage, keeping the ball on the ground. Oh, flag on the play. I'm guessing it's an offside.
That's a procedure penalty against the Chilliwack Giants. That'll bring him back 5 yards.
So the procedure penalty against the Giants will bring him back 5 yards. So now they need one more really good run to get that yardage back. And where are they spiking it? Marking the ball at the 53-yard line. So that sets up a 2nd and 8. So they're 2nd and 2, got a procedure penalty, now 2nd and 8. And I'm guessing the Giants are going to keep it on the ground one more time and see if they can make up that yardage. They're not out of this by a long shot, down 21 points in the second quarter. Lots of football left to play. A couple of bad turnovers by the Giants. And there's another one. Ball pops loose. And looks like the Giants, number 55, Noah Wiles, picked that up. So they caught a break there. A little bit of yardage, so it sets up a 3rd and about 5.
Gives us a net gain of about a couple of yards, so it brings up 3rd down, about 5 yards to go.
That was close. They've popped that ball out a few times. Both teams have, as a matter of fact. Everybody seems to have butterfingers out there tonight. Here we go. Another handoff in the backfield.
Again, looking for some space and some room.
And nice little carry there by number 42, Caleb McPherson. Is it enough? Or is it a turnover on downs? Did he get the first down?
Looks like he's come up a little bit short.
Nope. Turnover on downs.
1st and 10, North Surrey.
So North Surrey takes over on their own 43-yard line. Well, a good effort by the Giants. They got some yardage. Procedure penalty brought them back 5 yards. And they came darn close on that drive getting the first down, but it just wasn't enough. But kudos on Mike Cusworth's team. They didn't elect to kick. They gambled on that. And unfortunately, they came up short, but the first quarter, they gambled and won and got their first down. Anyway, here's the snap. North Surrey. Hand off in the backfield. Number 27, but the Giants defense was there. Number 56 and number 42. Harry Somerville and number 42, Caleb McPherson, managed to punch through the O-line and push North Surrey back 5 yards, setting up a 2nd and 15.
Bring up 2nd down, 15 yards to go.
Just a few minutes left on the clock. I don't know the exact time. You have to forgive me. We're not. Looks like about 2 minutes, 48 seconds to go, according to our online broadcast. Here's the snap from the shotgun. Oh, another flag. Procedure against North Surrey.
That'll bring him back another 5 yards.
So that pushes it back another 5 yards. That'll set up a 2nd and 20 for North Surrey. So North Surrey not helping their own cause, getting pushed back a little bit further there. Mind you, the way Jimenez Omar Cody has been running in the backfield these days, I'm not sure 20 yards is really all that insurmountable for this North Surrey offense. They've been running the ball beautifully. Omar Cody with some just lightning speed. There's a snap from, I think a Chilliwack player may have moved on before the snap. Oh, there was a flag, pardon me. Flag on the play, I'm guessing that's an offside. I think I saw a Chilliwack player. Yeah, offside Chilliwack. So, North Surrey catches the break, picks up those 5 yards they lost on the procedure play. And they're right back where they were 1 or 2 plays ago. Here we are, and there's number 88. Joshua Roos trying to get the crowd into it, got everybody pumped up. He's not intimidated by the score. He's not intimidated by the backfield. That's a big kid, man. Holy smokes. Here we go. North Surrey from the shotgun, dropping back, looking for a receiver. He's got a man up the middle. Number 7. Oh, number 7, Christopher Martin with the catch. And lo and behold, that should be enough for a first down. There you go. So 15 yards back, one play later. North Surrey gets a first down at the Chilliwack at their own, 54-yard line. 2:22 left to go in the first half. Thanks so much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy. Friday Night Light. Brought to you by Chilliwack Ford. There's the snap from the shotgun. He's looking for another. Did he catch it? No. Very close. He had number 6, Caden Lilly. Normally the starting quarterback. Looks like number 3, Sebastian Reed, is taking over at pivot for these series of downs. Pretty close, but just wasn't enough. North Surrey seems to be enjoying the lateral pass. Get it to the outside, find some room, run it up the field. That time, obviously didn't work out. Pass was just a little bit short. There's the pass. There's the handoff in the backfield. Going number 11 right up the middle. Chris Kongbo from the quarterback marches about 5 yards up the field. Where are they marking it? Sets up a 3rd and about 6. 3rd and 6, I'd say. And North Surrey calls another timeout. It's important for North Surrey. They need to get this first down to keep their drive going. Chilliwack can stop them. They have a chance to put some points on the board before the end of the first half, which would certainly boost their confidence and get them right back in this game. 1 touchdown, Chilliwack's back in this game. A North Surrey touchdown. And Chilliwack's in a pretty deep hole. Thank you very much for tuning in. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy. Chilliwack Ford, Friday Night Lights, live from Townsend Park here in Chilliwack and BC's Fraser Valley. A beautiful evening. No rain, a little bit cool. Good football weather. It's been a scorching hot summer, so it's nice to have the cooler weather so far. Here we go. North Surrey from the shotgun. Dropping back. He's got a man. Looks like his intended receiver was number 2, Omer Cody. So there's a turnover on downs from North Surrey. Well, they took a chance on 3rd and about 5, throwing the ball. Didn't work out for them. But you love to see that ball going up in the air. So Chilliwack takes over on their own 50-yard line. Minute 40 to go in the half. Chilliwack needs to get a touchdown. If they get a touchdown, they're back in this game. They're down by 21 points so far. 2 of those touchdowns by North Surrey scored on turnovers, or as a result of turnovers. Looks like Mike Cusworth, the Giants head coach, has just called a quick timeout. He needs to get his boys focused. Needs to get his offense clicking here. Starting quarterback Nick Butler has had a couple of good plays. They've kept the ball on the ground, but they've turned it over more than a few times so far in this first half. And it's kind of hurt them. But thanks for tuning in. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. Hallmark Productions. Chilliwack Giants Bantam team down 21-0 to North Surrey Tigers. We got a little timeout here. About $1.40 left to go in the clock.
I'm not sure if 50-50 tickets are coming. There they are. 50-50 tickets.
It's too bad you weren't here. We got the 50-50 tickets. We got our swag tent. Thanks for tuning in all the same. Appreciate it. We've had people tuned in from around the world, across Canada on these broadcasts. So if you're listening from anywhere outside the Fraser Valley, thank you so much for tuning in. Inside the Valley, thanks again. Here we go. Nick Butler drops back, flag on the play. He's in a little bit of trouble. Not able to get anything on that drive.
Not much room for Nick Butler to go, number 2.
There was a flag. I'm wondering if it was an offside. We'll see.
Looks like it's on the defense.
Offside against North Surrey. So Chilliwack grabs a bit of a break on that.
It'll bring up first down and 5 yards to go.
So that sets up a repeat first down. So it'll be a 1st and 5 on the 55-yard line, just shy thereof. Here we go. Chilliwack got a bit of a break there. They needed the yardage. Ball is up. Intercepted again. Number 3, Omer Cody, could go all the way. And there's a touchdown. Not what Chilliwack wanted and exactly what the Tigers wanted. Chilliwack goes down by another 6 points. Maybe less than a minute to go in this half. Yikes.
I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers on the North Surrey uniforms. Sebastian Reed with the pick 6.
Pardon me, that was Sebastian Reed, the running back. Not Omer Cody, pardon me. It's a little bit tough to read the North Surrey uniforms from up here. They're black uniforms with yellow piping, so it makes it a little bit tough when you're trying to read it on the fly. Here we go. Extra point. Nope. Called on the whistle. Offside procedure. Offside Chilliwack. There we go.
Offside against the Giants.
Repeat the kick. And move it 5 yards closer. Here comes the attempt. Okay. And the snap.
Point after attempt is good.
Good. So that puts
They'll bring the score to 28.
North Surrey up 28 points over Hallmark Production Chilliwack Giants. With just under a minute to go in the first half.
Lots of stats getting racked up for them. Chilliwack Giants looking to put it together.
And that's the end of the first half. Thank you very much. Pardon me.
Head on over to the Kelmore concession stand.
So we'll take a bit of a break.
We've got a Friday night light
So the Chilliwack Giants giving up 3 touchdowns on turnovers in the first half here tonight. At Chilliwack Forward Friday Night Lights, and the Giants' Mike Cuthworth not enjoying what he's seeing so far this evening.
times to watch that.
So that's about a 15-minute break. We're going to sign off here for a moment. You get up, get a fresh beer out of the fridge, get some chicken wings, top up that hot dog, those nachos. We'll see you in 15. ChilliwackGiants.com. won their last game. And there's some players trying to get everybody pumped up into it. They need to get their heads into this game if they want to get going. Turnovers have been the tail of the first half by both North Surrey and Chilliwack. However, North Surrey was the only team that being able to capitalize on them, scoring 3 touchdowns. And there's the kick to get the second half underway. Picked up by number 56 for the Giants, Harry Somerville.
Takes the ball right up to about the 50-yard line.
And he gets the ball to his own 50-yard line, setting up a 1st and 10 for the Giants. So our starting quarterback, Nicholas Butler, has been intercepted a few times. The last play of the first half was an interception on a pass, which resulted in a North Surrey touchdown. That was run in by Sebastian Reed, number 3 for the Tigers. The black and gold definitely in control of this game. Here we go. Here's the snap off the shotgun. Handoff in the backfield. Number 48. He's got a little bit of room. Looks like he picked up at least 5 yards. Joden Bartel, the outside linebacker normally. Sets up a 2nd and 5. So not a bad little drive on the ground for the Giants. That's the kind of thing they sort of need to do. Hang on to the ball and slowly but surely move it up the field. Doesn't have to be pretty. Pounding it up through the gut works for me. Here, hoping it works for the Giants. Here's the snap from the shotgun. Whoa, live ball.
Snap, bubble ball.
Still live. And it looks as though
North Surrey has recovered the ball.
it's a North Surrey ball. Or is it? Nope. Looks like the Giants got it. Player must have been down before the ball came out. So it sets up 3rd and about 7.
Prior to the ball coming out.
So the Giants catch a break there. But that's been the story for them for the first half.
7 yards to go.
Not being able to hang on to the ball on the run and getting intercepted on the pass. So starting for practice next week, Mike Custworth knows what to work on. There's a snap. Hands off number 42. Up the middle. Gets it back to the 55-yard line. And that'll be a turnover on downs. You wonder why Mike Cuthworth didn't elect just to kick the ball. Take a bit of field position away from the Tigers. Tigers take over 1st and 10 right on the 55-yard line. Dead center midfield. Here at Townsend Park for Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. ChilliwackGiants.com. I'm Tim Amy, both your play-by-play man and color commentator. No one joining me in the booth today. It's a lonely job. It's tough at the top. Sometimes you got to do it all. What can I tell you? Here we go. North Surrey looks like number 6. Caden Lilly starts again at quarterback from the shotgun. Hands off. Nope. He's on the run. He's in the backfield. He's still on his feet.
We don't know how he's still on his feet, but he's there.
And it looks about 3 Giants managed to get a hand on his jersey. And number 56, Noah Wiles, was the one who finally brought him down. 56, Wiles had him there, lost him. Then it was number 19. And then Wiles gets back on his feet. He yanks him down and gets some help from his teammates. So it was a good sack for the Giants. Pushed the ball back about 21 yards, setting up a 2nd and 10. 2nd 22. 2nd and 22 for North Surrey. But the way their backfield's been clicking with Omer Cody, number 2, 22 yards isn't something they're cutting a sweat over. There's Lilly. He's looking for a man. He wanted to throw. Number 42. This time, Caleb McPherson spoiling the North Surrey party. So that sets up a 3rd and 30 for North Surrey. So suddenly, the defense steps up. And North Surrey is finding themselves at their own 35-yard line. First down is at the Giants' 35-yard line. They've got 30 yards they need to make up. So they're electing to punt. Not a bad strategy. And nice little kick. Looks like number 2 for the Giants. Probably going to pick it up and maybe gain a yard or 2. So Nicholas Butler, the quarterback, grabs the ball, picks up about a yard or 2. So he's in around his own 40-yard line. So the defense did their job on that drive.
Nice job by the defense.
2 big sacks. And hopefully that's enough to get the team pumped up, get the offense clicking, because the Giants need a couple of touchdowns to cut this lead in half and get themselves right back in the game. Early in the third quarter, only 8:38 on the clock. Tons of football left to play in this quarter and a half. Giants can still come back, just need to get the ball in the end zone. And while that sounds simple enough, the biggest challenge for the Giants is hanging on to the ball. They've just been turning it over and over and over. There's a handoff in the backfield to number 42, Caleb McPherson. The Tigers' defense got right in his face. May have given up a yard. Did he pick up a yard? Let's see how they spot. Ooh, face mask. Holding, pardon me. Holding on the defense.
Sorry, the offense.
The Giants, pardon me. I'm getting myself confused. Confusing myself. The Giants. So the Giants repeat first down, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10-yard penalty. So that's up a second, first and 20 for the Giants. Suddenly they find themselves back in their own 26-yard line. While North Surrey hasn't been having any trouble making up yardage, the Giants have been having trouble hanging on to the ball and getting it going. They've had some good drives, got a few first downs, first and 10s, pounding it through. And looks like Mike Cuthworth calls a timeout here. But the story of the game has been the North Surrey Tigers. On offense and defense, they've scored 3 defensive touchdowns, fumbles, and interceptions. You take away those 3, and it's a 7-point game. Giants are in it. And that's got to be discouraging for the blue and white.
Chance to win $50,000. We'll even mail that money to you out in North Surrey.
Here we go. First and 20 at the 36-yard line.
Chilliwack Giants on their own 26-yard line.
Looks like they're taking it from the pistol.
Nicholas Butler.
Butler's dropping back. He's looking for a man. He's got some receivers. Had number 33 in his sights, Connor Johnston. But some wires got crossed somewhere, and Johnston's found himself just turning in the wrong direction. Looks like Johnston turned just at the last minute, a second or two too late. Here we go. Let's see if they can make it connect this time. Second and 20, the 34. They like to keep it on the ground. 48. Pounded.
48.
Jordan Bartell. And I'm trying to read the jersey number on the... Was it number 31 that stuffed him?
Third down, about 15 yards to go.
So that's up a 3rd and 15. You have to forgive me. I could not see the North Surrey player who tackled him. Nonetheless, 3rd and long for the Giants. Down 28 points. They're going to kick. Looks like they might be kicking the ball.
Matthias Jimmy, number 19, back to
Matthias Jimmy with his soccer cleats. Going to boot that ball. There we go. It's a high one. Oh, live ball. Well, it took a giant bobble. number 21 for the Bashush Michael for the Tigers. So that's up a 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 52-yard line. So they're about midfield. Not great field position for the Tigers, not terrible either. But their offense has been clicking. And one more touchdown by the Tigers. And our clock will be running. 7:01 to go in the third quarter. I'm Tim Amy here on ChilliwackGiants.com. Beautiful night for Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights at Townsend Park. Not too hot, not too cold, not wet. Sweater weather, at the very least. Here's North Surrey from the shotgun. And he's dropping back. He's going for that lateral pass. Caught by number 3. Wide open. And he can't keep him on the ground. There he goes, Nick Butler, number 2. So Sebastian Reed with the reception. Nicholas Butler with the tackle. But not before North Surrey picks up a good 30 yards. They've been doing that sweep. Sweeping pass to the side. And just pounding those corners. And the safeties they're just wide open. North Surrey's receivers have been wide open almost every single time. And they're eating up yardage. Here we go. 1st and 10. Looks like the 25-yard line. North Surrey once again threatening. And there's the pass. Got a man wide open. And he is in the end zone. Number 80, Colden Poonsock. Punches it through for the major. And we have an injured Giant on the plays. The players are taking a knee.
Number 80. Touchdown scored by Colden Poonsock.
And North Surrey goes up another 6 points. They'll put them at 34-0 with 6:07 to go in the quarter. So we could be running the clock here. They still have to go for their extra point. Wow, North Surrey up by 5 touchdowns. And I'm not sure what the injury was. I didn't see the play. But thank you for tuning in all the same for ChilliwackGiants.com here at Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. The Chilliwack Giant Bantam team, sponsored by Hallmark Promotions. Down by 5 touchdowns to the visiting North Surrey Tigers. Not the way head coach Mike Cusworth wanted to see. There we go. He's back up. These kids take a lick and keep on ticking. Take a beating. Keep on repeating. So they're going for the extra point.
Pick up a $20 ticket to win $50,000.
I'm seeing 6:07 on the clock.
1st and goal. No, it's not. Now the convert.
And North Surrey going for their extra point on the touchdown. Ready to roll? There's the whistle. Here comes the snap. And it's good. That puts up the score, 35-0. The Tigers over the Giants. The Giants have a giant mountain to climb to get back into this game. And here in the third quarter, I'm not entirely convinced they're going to do it. They're a great team, not having a terrible season, but having a tough time tonight.
Time for them to put some stuff together.
Can the Giants pull out some magic? And that was a car peeling out of the parking lot. So I'm laying a patch here on Friday night. Friday night patch. There we go. And it looks like the Giants are taking over the ball at their own 45-yard line. No kick.
Ball will now, the Giants will now take over the ball at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Giants.
Here we go. From the shotgun. It looks like number 88 on the.
Number 88, loose. He's still got the ball.
Here we go. Here's something happening. He's got some room. He could. Nice. There. Number 88, Joshua Ruse.
Number 88, Joshua.
Ooh. And he's in a little bit of pain. Well, he was taking over at quarterback, took the snap, went to the outside, and got it all the way to the 20-yard line. So he had a.
Looks like he's in a little bit of pain from that tackle.
But got hurt on the tackle. At one point, he was on his all fours, punching down at the turf. And that's not good. Finally gets some offense going. A nice big run. That's probably the biggest run the Giants have had this game. And that's like a 40-yard gain for the Giants. $45-yard gain, but a player hurt. A touchdown would be nice.
Nice run for 45 yards. Josh Ruse.
That's definitely the play of the game for the Giants tonight.
I apologize, North Surrey.
He's sitting up. It looks like he's clutching his right leg. We've got a Charlie horse. Pulled a hamstring. Oh, he's standing up. There we go. There, look at him. Look at him. What a fighter. He's okay. He'll sit out for a few plays. So Josh Ruse took over at pivot. Had a superb run, but unfortunately got injured on the play. He's walking off, so I guess he's okay. Not sure what the injury was, but he'll be back. He'll sit up for a few plays. So it looks like we're back at Nick Butler back at quarterback, number 2. Well, here's hoping that run to the 20-yard line pumps a little confidence into this team. They get something going here.
Back in the action here. 1st and 10, Giants.
There they go. Handoff to number 48. I'm guessing someone jumped the gun a little bit early on the Giants, from what I could tell. Yeah, offside Giants. 5-yard penalty, repeat first down, so it'll be 1st and 15 at the 25-yard line. No big deal. Still first down. They can make up that yardage, no problem. One good run, it'll be like it never happened. Down 35 points, though. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter.
1st and 15, Giants close to the red zone. Let's cheer them on.
And I don't think the Giants have been this close to the red zone for the whole game, if memory serves. There's a handoff in the backfield.
Ball mishandled in the backfield.
Looking for number 48. Josh Joden Bartel, pardon me.
Mistransfer there.
And it's kind of been the story for the Giants is turnovers and bobbled balls. They've dropped a lot of balls in this game. A few of them they've recovered on their own, even picked up a few yards. But unfortunately, North Surrey's picked up a few of those balls and ran a few of them in for touchdowns.
17 for the Giants.
On the pass and on the ground. All right, 2nd and about 17 for the Giants. Let's see if the homeboys can make something click here. Keeping it on the ground. Back to number 48, Bartel.
Jordan Bartel, gain of
And
12 yards.
picked up about 2 yards. That's a 3rd and about 15. Well, what are they going to do? Try and kick a field goal? Air it out. Number 6 substituted off for number 80. So Joshua Smith and Joshua Ruse back on the field, number 88, pardon me. So Ruse had the wonderful 45-yard run to get them where they are. Oh. Yeah, it didn't stay out for the full 3 plays. So Ruse goes back, and number 6 comes back on again. Joshua Smith coming back on. Smith running as fast as he can. There we go. Nick Butler from the shotgun. He's got his backfield, numbers 48, 42. He's dropping back. Needs a good pass. Oh, incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. North Surrey celebrating the drop pass, but kicking themselves for not intercepting. Looks like Butler had Jacob Bernath, number 12, in his sights, right up the middle. So North Surrey takes over with 24 seconds to go in the third quarter. So it appears as though they're running the clock down by 35 points. I believe the threshold is 32 or 34 points. I can't remember exactly. But it's unlikely Chilliwack's going to come back in this game, which is unfortunate. You always want to see a good game, regardless. There's a handoff in the backfield. And there's the defense, 42 and 56, stepping up once again. Harry Somerville and Keelan McPherson stuffing in the backfield. They're doing their jobs when they have to, but it's the turnovers that have been killing Chilliwack. And North Surrey, looks like they stopped them right at the line of scrimmage. So still a 2nd and 10 at the, 25, 26-yard line. From the shotgun.
Pass to the outside.
Pass is caught, but there's a flag on the play. So the number 7, Christopher Martin, grabs it. Got tackled right off the bat, but there's a flag on the play. I'm wondering if it was another offside. And is Martin injured? He's down on a knee. Yeah, we're taking a knee. He got hit pretty hard there. Let's look at the replay. Aired it out nicely. The second he caught it, Chilliwack player, I can't read his uniform, number 32, it looks like. Justin Crooks drove him into the turf, shook him up. No. 33, Connor Johnson, pardon me. That's right, Justin Crooks is injured, pardon me. Read my roster wrong, forgive me. That sets up a 2nd and about 5 for the Tigers, who are clearly in control of this game. North Surrey has an absolutely superb football program. They've produced some absolutely great teams. Here we go.
Cheer the defense on. 2nd and 5. Surrey stacking to the left.
And Surrey stacked hard to the left. There's the handoff.
Run to the outside.
Looks like number 3, Omer Cody, who in my opinion has been the player of this game. He's just picked up some huge yardage. And do we have another injured player? There's the end of the third quarter. Ruse was down, but he's back up. Tough kid, Joshua, the linebacker. Who played on both sides of the field, offense and defense. So there's the end of the third quarter. Score still 35-0 for the North Surrey Tigers. So the Giants, sponsored by Hallmark Promotions, have 12 minutes just to get a touchdown or something on the board. More of a pride thing than anything else. Here we go. North Surrey with the ball at the 42-yard line from the shotgun. There you go. There's the pitch out of the backfield. Number 3. There's a sweep. Gets it to about the 54, 55-yard line. Looks like Sebastian Reed caught that ball and marched it along.
It looked like number 3, Sebastian Reed, with that run for about 15 yards. Nice run.
Nice run there. He picked it up. Nice pickup. First down. 1st and 10 at the Tigers' 54-yard line. Well, unfortunately, it hasn't been a very exciting game. There were some interceptions, some turnovers in the first half. And Chilliwack just couldn't convert on them. But the Tigers did, and as a result, they're up by 35 points. 3 of their touchdowns have been turnovers. But it's a good crowd, nice little turnout here. See a couple of players from my son's Pee Wee team out there. Having a bit of fun on Friday night under the lights.
The referees have asked me to ask everybody to come off the fence, please, and sit in the stands. Sorry to keep harping you guys. Just doing my job.
Here we go. And we got Let's Go defense from the Chilliwack crowd. They've had some good plays. They've had some good stuffs, some good sacks. And here we go. We're in the 4th quarter. 12 minutes to go from the shotgun. North Surrey. He's looking for a receiver. There you go. There's the defense the crowd was calling for. Number 19.
Defense comes to life. Number 19.
Matthias Jimmy. But the Giants have an injured player. Oh, he's getting up. 56. Harry Somerville will be coming off.
Harry Somerville shaking up on the play.
Well, Matthias Jimmy, who've been taking the kickoffs and the punting, got in on a sack there. So nice to see a few of the players contributing. That sets up, a 2nd and about 20. And Matthias Jimmy just joined the team, along with Taylor Richley and Jacob Penner.
Here we are, 2nd down.
Here we go. 2nd and 20 for North Surrey from the shotgun, up by 35 points. And there's Jimmy in his face once again. So Matthias Jimmy with a bit of spark on the defense here in the 4th quarter. Sets up a 3rd and long. And it looks like the Tigers kicking team is coming onto the field.
Nice pressure by the Giants defense.
So the Giants defense put some nice pressure on here, doing their job. But unfortunately, just couldn't keep the points off the board. And again, 3 of those North Surrey touchdowns scored on turnovers, or as a result of turnovers. But they're clearly in control of this game. 8:02 to go. They've run the clock. And it's pretty unlikely the Giants are coming back. But here we go. Tigers are punting. We'll get the kickoff. Not a bad kick. Ooh, takes the Giants bounce at about the 45-yard line. So the Giants will take over in around their own 45-yard line.
46-yard line. 50-50 tickets. Starting off with 1, 4, 9.
And we're just reading off our 50-50 draw. Here's about $100.
0.
So if you can't make it tonight, try and make it for next week. Buy a 50-50 ticket.
We got a winner.
More than worth your...
We got a winner. 1492603.
All right, here come the Giants. Can they score a touchdown? Get something going.
03 is still a winner.
More for their pride than anything else. Down 35 points in the fourth quarter here. About 7 minutes to go. There's the snap.
$7. That's enough money to buy everybody
48.
poutine.
Number 48, Joden Bartel.
For everybody.
Taking her up the gut, picking up a yard or two.
Chilliwack.
Picked up about a yard on that play. Sets up a 2nd and 9.
Just head on over to the Kelmore concession stand. Pick up
Thank you very much for tuning in on ChilliwackGiants.com. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights, live from Townsend Field. I'm Tim Amy. Your Chilliwack Giants taking on the North Surrey Tigers. It's been all Tigers so far in this game. There's a snap. Chilliwack opting to keep it on the ground.
Not much of a gain, but
Not much of a gain. Flag on the play. Offside.
offside on the defense.
On the defense, that's a 5-yard penalty. Sets up a 2nd and 5.
Second and around 5 yards.
I have to say, there have been a lot of penalties in this game. Nothing major by any means. Here we go. Been a clean game so far. There's the snap. Flag on the play. Stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Number 48, Joden Bartel.
After a gain of about 2 yards, there is another flag on the play.
And what's the call on this one? Offside North Surrey. There's another 5 yards.
North Surrey.
First down, Giants.
First down for the Giants.
So the Giants have a 1st and 10 at the 55-yard line.
So when there's more than a 30-point differential in the fourth quarter, you just run through that. Even though
5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here.
same mechanics, get the clock just automatically. No,
First and 10 Giants on the
1st and 10 Giants. It'd be wonderful if they could score a touchdown. They opt to keep the ball on the ground. Oh, it snaps loose.
Not sure what ended up.
Fumble, who's got it? And who's going to have it? 2nd down, 2nd and 10 Giants. So they managed to hang on to the ball. And unfortunately for the Giants, that ball has been tough to hold on to tonight. They've turned it over a few times, bobbled it more than a few times. As a result, they're down 35-0 in the fourth. Tough game for Mike Cuthworth's squad, but I'm sure they'll bounce back. They're a resilient bunch of guys. Here we go from the shotgun. Nick Butler airs it out. Oh, incomplete pass. Almost picked off.
Incomplete pass.
North Surrey corner number 4, Tyrell Magakawas, went through his hands. And you see his frustration for not catching that ball.
Chance on the ball. Couldn't quite pull it in. Result is an incomplete pass. That brings up
So 3rd and 10 for the Giants. What do? Keep it on the ground, air it out, go for the end zone. Hail Mary. I'll let Doug Flutie. Sorry, I'm dating myself here. Don't laugh at me, Wayne Bjorgi. Here's Nick Butler.
up again, up the pass.
Intended receiver number 12, Jacob Bernath. Unfortunately, couldn't pull it down. That's a turnover on downs. So Surrey takes over at their own 54-yard line. And that's kind of been the story of the game for the Giants so far tonight. Things have just not been clicking. Dropped balls, dropped handoffs, incomplete passes. It's too bad. Nobody likes to lose that bad, but oh well. It happens. They're having fun out there. What the heck? It's football. It happens. Sometimes it's real tight, sometimes not so much. 1st and 10, North Surrey, 2 minutes, about 39 seconds to go in the game. Thanks for tuning in on ChilliwackGiants.com. Chilliwack Ford Friday Night Lights. And off of the backfield. Does he have some room? Sweeping outside, number 2. He's got lots of room, tons of blocking. Wow. Omer Cody. Jimenez, Omer Cody, the running back, just been racking up the yards in this game. He's got really good speed, and he cuts left and right. Omer Cody. And he's going to be getting some superb blocking. Not a big guy, skinny, but quick as a whip. And the defense has just had a heck of a time trying to contain him. Wayne Bjork standing behind me holding a screwdriver here. I don't like the looks of that.
Fixing stuff.
Oh, he's claiming to fix things. I don't know. He's got a menacing look in his eye. Here, you put it down. I feel better now. Okay, here we go.
Last minute replacement there in the Giants team. Defense looking to make a stop.
Can the defense stop him? There's the snap.
Shotgun, it's another pass.
And it's up. Oh, number 33 for the, or 32, pardon me. Connor Johnson, number 33, knocks the ball down. So the corner breaks up the pass.
Second and 10.
Sets up a 2nd and 10 for at the Giants' 20-yard line. The North Surrey Tigers. But a minute to go. Here at Chilliwack Ford, Friday Night Lights. 35-0 North Surrey over your Giants. Not the result the Giants wanted, but hey, it happens. It's life. The start of the game for the Giants has not been able to hold on to the ball. There's the pass. It's up. He's got a man. No. Dropped. Yahim Minot, number 1, was the intended receiver. I don't know if the ball was batted out of his hands or just slipped right through them. They've had a great game, so I don't think North Surrey needs any more points. No, it looks like number 5. Gordy Colburn broke up that party for North Surrey.
Third down.
Here we go, 3rd and 10. North Surrey's been passing, they've been running, their backfield's been clicking, and unfortunately the Giants just haven't been able to hang on to the ball. So, it happens. We'll all wake up tomorrow and put the game behind us. Here we go. We're going to, from the shotgun, there's the snap. He's dropping back. And a man wide open on the side. Nice block. It looks like it was a hit from behind there, so the flag went up. So I'm not sure that touchdown's going to count. So I think that it can bring that ball back. That was definitely a hit from behind. Which is too bad because it was a great play and a great run, but let's see how they mark it. And I'm just following the action here. Well, they're placing the ball at the 30-yard line. And Chilliwack players taking a knee. So it looks like the Giants have taken over on downs, but it's not the way they're marking the ball. No. Now they're marking it 1st down.
1st down for Surrey. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30 after the penalty. Okay.
Giants defense.
Let's go.
Make a stop here. Let's cheer
A few seconds left to go in the game. Probably going to be the last play. We're pretty close to it. Here we go.
Clock is running down.
Snap from the shotgun.
Quarterback in the shotgun. Looking for a man to pass. It's up in the air.
And he's got his man.
And tackled immediately.
And that's enough for a 1st down.
That's enough for a 1st down.
And it looks like we're in the dying seconds of the game. Only a matter of time before they wave the old flag. So that's a 1st and 10 at right at the 10-yard line, maybe the 11. So almost a 1st and goal for the Tigers.
So he takes over 1st and 10 right around the 10-yard line.
So they may be allowing Surrey a few more plays before they. No, something got mixed up there on the snap. And there's the game. So there's your football game. Thank you so much for tuning in. Chilliwack Forward Friday Night Lights. North Surrey Tigers 35 over your Chilliwack Giants. And your hometown boys just couldn't get it together tonight. Oh, well. They know what to work on for next week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Tim Amy, ChilliwackGiants.com. We'll see you next Friday, folks. Have a great week.